What's going on, man?
What's happening?
Well, not a great first slate for me, but
dude, forget that. We have a major sweat here.
What's that?
We got to get another run for our freaking parlay.
Oh my God, you're right.
It's 6-1 in the top of the ninth.
Oh my God, they didn't score in the bottom? Shit.
No, it's 6-1, top nine, runner on first for Rosarena. Then San Francisco gets a poke, but
we need one more.
Can't lose these.
Ugh.
It's like ridiculous.
Especially after the first one was so easy.
Yeah, oh my God. It was a little sweat for a couple innings there.
For 2 innings.
It was like 4-3 for like 4 innings. And I'm like,
for that part. I thought you meant when it was 0-0.
No.
I got you. Just a heads up, there's a chance we may both be out tomorrow, but I think it's a 3-game slate tomorrow.
Oh, good. Okay.
So if it happens, I'm gonna maybe Rody can pop in or something. But I think I have to before September get all of my stuff done, and that includes getting a new car. We just got a Dodgers lineup, by the way, and it's basically what you
get there. Yes, infield hit, first and second.
Okay. Dodger lineup is pretty much as we would have predicted. No Chris Taylor, Hernandez. It's Betts, Freeman, Smith, JD, Rosario, Muncy, Kike. Chris Taylor is in 8th, and then Rojas. So Dodgers have submitted a lineup. All right. Well, while we sweat getting there, I'll just go through real quickly about my early stuff. Or sorry, about my late stuff. I'm basically doing the exact same thing I said. I posted 4 builds in the premium Discord. That's pretty much going to be what I'm going to stick with. It's going to be both Chicagos, and I'm also going to be very, very high on the Dodgers and Braves. And I kind of just holding my breath and saying, okay, I'm going to skip Seattle today and hope it doesn't go crazy. I have a couple little pieces, but nothing special. And I'm going to skip Texas. Those are the stacks that I liked. Other than the Dodgers, Chicago, and the Dodgers, Braves, and the Chicagos. But almost all of my players are from the Dodgers, Braves, and both Chicago sides.
So
I have to answer the door in a minute to let somebody in. So just give me a couple
of things. First of all, I probably will be able to record tomorrow. So at least I'll be able to do that.
Okay.
And then I have to leave.
Okay.
The other thing is that in full transparency, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I just updated my projections. I was just kind of talk my way through it. I mean, I'm looking first of all at the projections, and nothing much has changed as far as what the pitchers look like, right? It looks like Snell looks like the best play, but I don't feel like playing him. You have then I have Gausman and Gray. Then there's Gore.
Mm-hmm.
Gore and Paxton and Castillo I have all kind of by themselves. And then there's a little gap to Nola. So maybe that's where I'll just cut it off. Maybe I just won't do Nola. But Nola and Morton are both relatively low owned.
Yeah, totally. I think that but the other one though is I like Morton also. So I like Morton as you mentioned, but I think my highest owned is going to end up being probably John Gray, and partly because I'm playing the Dodgers with the Braves, which is really hard to do. The John Gray and Paxton are my 2 favorites. And then Mackenzie Gore is my favorite for, large field tournaments. I think he could easily end up as one of the highest scoring pitchers in the slate. And if I had to spend up, Castillo would be my preferred option. I do have one Castillo with Snell lineup, but that is my only Snell lineup. And I am just going to hope Gausman doesn't beat me today and hope that my guys are a little bit better. I like the spending down, though, a little bit at pitcher today, and just because I don't like the spot for any of the top guys.
So 2 outs, first and second. They're leaving Josh Lowe in to face Alex Wood. Just need a base hit. No, 2-1.
Base hit is all you need.
Couple of listen, I may as well rattle off a couple of one-offs here, or just a couple of real standout prices.
Yeah.
Which is probably driving a lot of this stuff. First of all, hold on a minute. 2-1. Let's see this pitch first. The pitch. 2-2. Jose Caballero is 2,100. He's showing up as a strongest value. Benintendi as usual. Then there's what Gavin Sheets is a flat 1K. I mean 2K.
Yeah, I like that.
So that's really cheap. Ref Snyder again, Kenzone from Seattle. I'm just looking at like the top guys, more Seattle guys. And then there's another White Sox guy who's 2K, this Colas character. 2-2, the pitch, struck him out. You murdered, you dirty rat. So we need San Francisco in the bottom of the ninth to scratch out a run for the we would get a single, right? If it was a win and a push. So we need it. That's it. Maybe they'll let one run in. I mean, they have a 5-run lead.
Yeah.
So we got to follow that. Let me look at the so you're doing Dodgers and whatever. Let me see what my stacks kind of look like.
Well, the Cubs are my favorite. The Dodgers and Braves are the next two, and then the White Sox. But I'm using a lot of Cubs White Sox stack. I want to attack that game environment.
I would like to tell you.
1 second here. You do your thing, Sheets. I'll be right back.
Well, I kind of want to run this by you, so I'm going to wait for you. Wait for Bobby in this one. I'm kind of Seattle, White Sox, Cubs, Red Sox. I mean, these are all kind of normal. But I'll tell you that the team I really want to play, and that is going to be the Rangers. That's actually what I'd like to do. My big buy-in. So I'm going to get Bobby's approval on this. I mean, I have Seattle rated about the same as the White Sox and Seattle, and almost as much as the Cubs, and they're just lower owned. They're going to be tough to get to, I guess, but and then there's the Red Sox. So Red Sox, Texas. I've got to say that I have to believe that Texas is going to be my favorite. I think that's probably going to be what I do the handbill. But what I'm going to do, Ketel Marte, fly ball. Okay, one out over there. So I'm going to do I guess I'll do a Saberson build and see what I'm going to get as far as MME goes.
All right, sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, so this is what I was saying. In my big buy-in, I'll tell you who I'm inclined to try to play, and I think it's Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'm going to want to do.
I like that, by the way. They were the next one up for me.
Right?
Yeah. I didn't get to them, but hey, that means there's a good chance one of us could win.
Yeah. Let me. I'm going to do a straight Saberson build, and I should probably share my screen, right? May as well.
This is a good question for Michael Garcelle while you're doing this. And I'll just read
Oh my God, I haven't seen him in forever. Oh my God, Michael Garcelle,
Yeah.
my man, dude. Michael Garcelle and I go way, way back.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yep.
Well, he has a good question. Your general strategy on stack exposure, Saberson builds will give you 100 exposures on certain stacks. Do you like adjusting those?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right, Michael, happy you're watching.
Yep. Right. So I encounter that quite a bit. The when Saberson wants to jam in 100%. And all I can say is that it just depends on your risk tolerance. That's really all I can say to that. And there have been times where I build 50 lineups and I get 100% of a stack and I'll go with it. I mean, and there'll sometimes I'm just not in the mood. That's really the best I can describe it. I mean, mathematically, it's probably better off to just leave it. But you know, when it comes to reducing risk and all that stuff, I wouldn't be opposed to say capping like 70% or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually like to leave things the way they are, Mike. But sometimes I get a little scared, like a lot of people do, when I get like a big 100% of a team. You know, especially in a sport like baseball where nothing's 100%.
Right.
You know, so.
Yeah, if it was me, if I had the same question and I was playing, let's say I was playing 150 lineups, there's never going to be a day where there's more than 8 games where I'm going to have 100% of any stack. Just never, ever going to happen. I don't think it's the right way to play. I do think having 3 or less is a great idea, but if you're going to play 150, I just think it's just so you have to be so right. Well, I guess
herein lies the question then. And
is it better to have? Yeah.
Not for today, but where is the break even? You know what I mean? Like at what along this arc, you know, like when can you have 80%, when can you have 90%, when can you have 40%, depending on how many entries and stuff. It's tough. I mean, there's got to be an answer, but I don't know what it, you know, we just don't know what it is.
I mean, I like if I was playing 20 lineups, sure, then I might do it. But if I'm playing 150, I think I would like.
So what about 54 lineups? You know what I mean? Like there's got to, you know, there's
probably is a thing. I'm just saying what my personal preference.
Right, exactly.
I wasn't saying mine is right. I'm just saying that's my personal preference. But I also know people who have won big tournaments and made a lot of money playing baseball, literally playing like 15 different stacks a day. I just don't understand. Like that to me makes no sense either. I like finding a sweet spot of 5 stacks or less that you really focus on. Maybe you could have another fringe one if you're playing, 100 plus lineups. But you want to sort of focus on the main 3 or 4. And if it was me today, it would be the Dodgers, Braves, Cubs, and White Sox. And it's interesting the way people's brains work. So like yesterday, for example, and everybody in our chat was complaining about not having Ozuna. And I had Rosario. Look what Rosario did the night before, which is really not a good reason to ever play somebody. But they were saying the thing about Ozuna. And the truth is, if you were playing the Braves last night, you absolutely should have forced Ozuna in.
Why?
He was by far the low. He was 5% owned versus 30% of everybody else. And that was pretty. Even the projections, which were a little bit underrating how popular the Braves would be, they didn't have Ozuna. Like Ozuna was my second highest owned player last night because I was playing a lot of Braves. And if I played the Braves, he was going to be the one who was lowest owned, he and Arcia. So you kind of like my take is like when you have a stack that's that popular, you kind of have to play one of the 2 get sub 10% guys if you want to have any hope with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But he didn't cost much either. But everybody played Michael Harris. But Michael Harris, what did he end up 36% owned? I think it was.
Is that right?
Ozuna's 5% owned, and one's batting 5th and one's batting 2nd, and they're the same price basically. But everybody played Harris. You just got to realize that's what everyone's going to do when they see the pricing and everything like that. And you got to try to force in some of those low guys. Harris would have been the wrong thing to do. So my thing, I didn't create a rule or anything, but I only had Harris in lineups that I had Ozuna as well because of the owner, because of what we thought the ownership would be. But I think it's just some general theory that might be helpful to some people out there. Yeah, seriously, Christian Walker just loves hitting it, course. That guy's just crushing the ball.
Sam, wait, I gotta get this game up.
Sam just is asking.
6-1 final. God dang it.
Sorry, man.
God dang it.
No, but Nicky Lopez is the thing is like, so whenever like even if the price like Nicky Lopez's price is coming up a little bit. First of all, he's an on-base contact guy who has literally less power than everybody else in baseball combined. I mean, he's the worst power bat ever. But like when everybody's going to play that guy and they're not going to play, you just got to try to find ways to get the low owned parts of the stack. That's all I would say. Yeah, and Rich B saying, but Harris is batting 2nd now. I get the point. Like I get it. Ozuna was batting 5th. It's not a big difference between batting 2nd and batting 5th. It's certainly not a 7-1 difference. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't. If you ever see a guy who's going to be, even 5 times as owned as somebody else, you always force in the other guys. It's just the right thing to do. It doesn't matter whether it works. The night before, and people started playing Rosario more because he's still now the cheapest of the outfielders. And yeah, they feel great about it. What happened 2 days ago, but I would rather just try to find the lowest owned pieces. And oddly, again today, the reason this is relevant and partly why I'm bringing it up. Well, the Braves are going to have more ownership, I think, than they're projected. Michael Harris and Acuna will be 2 of the highest owned players in the slate. I would try to make sure, and it's really hard to get Acuna in with Olsen or Riley, but I would try to get some of those guys, and I would try to force Ozuna right back in. Also, Ozuna has power. Like he has legit, real life power. That's good enough. I mean, it's good enough for me to play the 5% guy.
So for Texas, if I wanted to play everybody I wanted, I would play.
You're not going to be able to.
Well, it's possible.
Adolis Garcia.
Where's Duran? First of all, come on.
Well, he may not be. I don't know if he's in for sure.
Yeah, he's in there. And then we're going to start with getting everybody we want. And
Okay.
then we can go backwards, right? And then, obviously, we're going to play Jonathan Gray. And the second pay down would be, if I did this, Mackenzie Gore. And we can do this extremely easily because we're playing John Gray and Mackenzie Gore.
Right. That's what I'm doing.
Now, if I want to just get a little bit more out of my pitching, I can't really get just a little bit more. You know, I can either go up to Paxton maybe. So I can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to get all the way up to Castillo like this. But just in case I can do it, let me see what that would look like. 2,800 a man. I mean, you can do it, right?
That's not even a little bit of a problem. I guess you can get them all in. I didn't realize Duran was one of your guys, but still, that does work.
What is Simeon? Second base? Is he multi-position eligible?
No.
I was going to say then I get Caballero in there.
Yeah, and you don't have Low in there. No matter what you play with Texas, you're always going to feel like you're leaving somebody out because they have 9 guys you can hit. Same thing with Atlanta, you know. TJ's playing the Nationals. I wish you luck, TJ. I do not have any Nationals. K9, what's up, my man? Good to see you in here. I'm just taking a quick look here. Yeah, I think they'll.
I know who that's right. The Gavin Sheets at first base at 2K.
Yeah, perfect.
Genius. Okay. Then we can almost play freaking Mookie Betts, right? Not quite.
No, yeah, but no, not quite. But I wouldn't play like Benintendi as a one-off. You know what I mean?
No, but he might be part of a 3-man White Sox stack here.
But you can get the 3-man White Sox. The problem is you could almost do it perfectly. It just doesn't quite work.
Doesn't quite get there. I know.
You know what would have been perfect for you if what's his name was in the lineup today was Eloy Jimenez would be the perfect last 2 guys.
Right. Well, maybe there is a really kind of stubborning it up with this one. Let me see what else. What are the other 2K guys that I talked about here? Let's see. There's Ref Schneider. Oh, there's the Canzone.
Yeah, I just don't think you need to do any of that as a one-off. But it's not like wrong. This is actually the least value we've seen that is value that I like. You look at everybody who's value and they're all like hitting 6 through 9 except for Benintendi. And
dude, you could do.
I would play Sheets if I were you, and then I would skip.
This is it. It's already in. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
it's already in. So the other one, I'm going to join you, by the way, with the late sweat here.
The Dodgers.
Yeah, so we're going to start. I'm just going to pick literally the top guys like that I have in my list, and we'll see what that looks like. Ooh, that's an interesting. I didn't think I'd get to them. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do this. And then, for some reason, okay. What does that look like? 2,700 for Miguel Rojas. Got to be able to do better than that. So how about we do a 4-man Dodgers?
Yeah, I think that's totally fine too.
And then let's say we wanted again to do Gray. This time we're going to do Gore. Now we could actually play some actual baseball players.
That's always fun.
It is fun to do that sometimes. Has Miguel Rojas not done much this year? He's the guy. He's the guy that we don't like. There's 2 guys that sound the same.
He has 2 home runs this year, and that's twice as many as you'd usually get from him in a year.
Oh.
And they've both been in the best, but they've both been in the past 2 weeks.
Got Rosario. He makes a stack go.
Oh yeah, Rosario. Well, they all do. Rosario, Zuna, and Harris are all really affordable.
And so we could play the Dodgers there. Got something to root for.
Yeah.
And then let's see, who are the good catchers nowadays? Good cheap catchers nowadays. That would be not much, but the guy you don't like.
Which one?
The Grandal.
No, I love Grandal today.
He's good today? Oh, I keep forgetting which one, which handedness we can play him. I keep forgetting.
It's always against righties you want to play him. But to be honest, it doesn't matter as much anymore because the conversation used to be happening when he was 5K and hitting 30 home runs a year. And 1 would be right-handed and 29 would be left-handed. When, again, 29 would be against a righty, 1 would be against a lefty because he's a switch hitter. Gray may get let up. I mean, go ahead. It's fine. I'll take that gamble for 6,900. Kremer, I like that play, Rich. I think if you're going to take a shot on somebody that's not John Gray in the lottery, or if you want to play 2 guys together, I do think that taking a shot on Kremer makes sense.
Who do you like more, Morton or Paxton? Good question, right?
It's very hard to go back and forth between the chat. So Morton or who? Paxton? I like Paxton better. Oh, it looks like Leonidas won something.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. And then the other one I want to build my hand here, which is appealing to me.
Well, it's not that funny that no one wants Kershaw. We literally don't know if he's going to throw more than 75 pitches.
No, we don't.
So it's not like we're just deciding not to play Kershaw. There's a lot more that goes into this. And it's not always that everyone else is an idiot, by the way. That's just not the way this works.
What's that?
Everybody always thinks that everybody's an idiot. And we were talking yesterday on a 13-game slate. Like, oh my God, how could so-and-so do this low and how could this? It's because you're playing. There's just too many options.
Michael Harris.
Go, Rich. I'm in with it. I like the idea. It's creative.
Michael Olson is 6,400.
Matt Olson.
That's what these guys go for nowadays, huh?
He's hit the most home runs of anybody in baseball.
He does, doesn't he?
He's also he's still a slightly worse fantasy producer than Freddie Freeman, by the way. Which is kind of funny.
Freddie Freeman's awesome.
Freddie Freeman is such a good hitter in real life. Like, it's actually crazy. You look at, it's crazy that Acuna averages 13 fantasy points per game. You know how hard that is to do? Like, the whole time we've been watching DFS or doing DFS or whatever, I don't think we've ever had anybody average that many.
How many?
He averages 13 a game, but for that to be your average is just almost impossible. Like, he averaged like 9 last year, 9.5 or something. I guess that's what happens when you hit 340 with, 27 home runs and lead the league in stolen bases.
Right.
And you're hitting 340. That's crazy. There's no reason to hesitate on Muncy. This is stacked. You should never be thinking like that about the one players when they have the most power. Is you want to leave them out of the stack, in my opinion. A couple other notes, like Candelario and Morel are both like 47 and 4,600. So I'm just sort of rotating them. You know what I mean? I'm not getting too creative. Morel's going to be my biggest buy-in. If it hurts me, so what? I know what I'm doing.
So for those of you that weren't watching, so what I built was in 2 of my bigger buy-ins. I built a Dodger stack, I built a Texas stack, and in another one I built an Atlanta stack. Those are the ones. The rest are just probably coming sort of organically, like Cubs, White Sox, whatever it is. And I'm probably getting enough Boston where I don't have to build specifically.
Yeah.
I think. Let me see. What is this thing? This is Batter's Eye. Seattle, Boston, Kansas City, Seattle. Yeah, I'm getting enough Seattle for sure. I don't have to build them organically. Get enough Cubs over there. Okay. Let me take a look at FanDuel. Oh, it's the opposite, by the way. They did okay in DraftKings today, but in FanDuel, I got smoked.
Oh, really? I didn't play on FanDuel today.
Yeah, I forgot it was only 2-game slate, and I just played it.
I'm sure they've sold out of everything by now. Oh, you got one.
No, I'm in there already. I'm always in there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's pull this up. First, actually, let's do the same thing I did before. Let me pull up my sheets and see what they look like. Looks like Snell is a standout. Not that much. Then there's Gaussman. Then there's spend downs like Detmers, Gray at very low ownership. Who do you like on FanDuel?
I'm not playing anything on FanDuel. I don't play Wednesdays on FanDuel. I can all but assure you I will never play baseball on FanDuel because they have terrible slates, terrible tournaments, terrible price structures. They take the rake they take, they can get away with because they can even out the price structures a little bit. But I just hate playing on FanDuel on these slates. So I actually didn't do anything on FanDuel. But I can take a quick look.
I'll build one here. I'll build one with Well, first I'll do the SaberSims thing first, and then I'll build one with Snell over there. What the hell? Just for spite.
The one thing I would say is I wouldn't play Atlanta on FanDuel just because the ownership is going to be out of this world.
Well, I'm certainly not going to play Atlanta.
And so is Chicago, by the way. Atlanta and Chicago are going to be like.
We'll figure out something good over there.
Yeah. I think the Dodgers are still pretty good, but
just playing a couple over here. Let's see. If you did a SaberSim, but I haven't built 10 lineups. Hold on, let me.
I kind of like the idea of playing Morton or Snell. It would be Morton, Snell, or Castillo for me.
I tell you, man, we fade these games, whatever. But man, that Coors, man, that is some field to play baseball in.
We say that right now, but they've hit the under like 65% of the time.
No, I know, but when they get it going over there, it's kind of funny, you know.
But they scored 5 runs in the 9th last night, and they didn't even come close to. They were still 2.5 runs off the over.
Yeah,
you know, it really doesn't score. I mean, it makes a big difference when it's 95 degrees.
Oh, I like to see when the ball, even like the ground ball, gets past the fielders in like 5 milliseconds. Like boop.
It does go. I know it does go quick, but
all right. So it looks as though if you were going to run 50 lineups over there, let me see what that would look like. First of all, I would make them all 4-4s over there, and let's see what I would get. I would be getting Boston Yankees. Okay. All right, that's who we're playing in the big one over there. Okay, we're definitely
going to play a cool idea.
Play Yankees. I'm definitely maybe just this first one right on the list. Just get lazy. Just put the first one in. Boom. Maybe. I would put 10 lineups so we get all the Bostons. I guess that's okay just for the MMA, but yeah, I think the Yankees. I think I'm going to get that one. I think I'm going to rehandle that one.
Re-hand build it, you said?
I'm going to hand build that one in a second. I just want to make sure I get who I want. But it looks like those are the guys I want.
I can get the Cubs and Dodgers in together. No, it's not going to work, I don't think.
Not a fit?
I'm trying to find the way to get the Dodgers and Cubs into one of my stacks, and it's just not happening. It is real, like I mentioned before, and as Rich B was saying, it is hard to play them because you know the pinch hits are coming, but the pricing and the stack stuff is good enough. They just have to get out to like a 7-run lead or something. They're not doing like a lot of pinch hitting in the 2nd or 3rd inning, when they're up by 7 or something. That's just not what they do usually. And the weird thing is when they face a lefty, it's a little bit better to stack them because their better defensive players are the righties, or if they let Outman play, like Hernandez and Taylor is the guys they'd want in usually defensively. So at least you get a little bit if you have a big lead. Maybe they stick with it.
All right, so this is just a pretty easy looking Red Sox Yankee stack. But let me look and see if I could be a little even funkier. Let's see. FanDuel stacks. Once again, Atlanta, same crap. Yeah, it looks as though the Yankees are going to be not that highly owned. So yeah, but I want to get
They're
Stanton.
not going to be owned.
I want to get Stanton in, instead of like somebody else, instead of like McKinney somehow.
Yeah, I hear you there. I agree with that.
So let's see, what do I have to do? What do I have to do to make that happen? We just got to say 500. So 500 off of one of these Red Sox guys. I mean, we don't have to play all these guys. Do I have to play Adam Duvall? Is that 100% necessary? I'd like to play Devers, Story, and Turner, though. That would be nice.
I think Duvall would be my second favorite behind Devers.
All right, so let's see what we can get from
Turner would be like fifth for me.
Yeah, let's see what we can get. If we get someone else from the Red Sox, that would be excellent. But I don't think it was going to work that way. Yeah, I could play Connor Wong.
Just want to point out something about Justin Turner this year.
Yeah,
he's hitting like 70 points higher in Boston.
Really?
For what it's worth. Yeah, it's not a surprise. I mean, you can't remember the Dodgers. Like literally, we couldn't be. He was our captain, and we couldn't be happier to see him gone. Like he just doesn't hit anymore. He doesn't hit on the road anymore. But he actually, I mean, he's had a good bounce back year, partly because of Boston.
So I could play Connor Wong hitting ninth.
Yeah,
and leave 400 on the table.
Nothing wrong with that.
Dylan Mayhew.
Kind of like that.
Is there a better Yankee than Dylan Mayhew for another 500? Let's see.
Is there anybody worse than that guy? I don't know what happened to him this year.
Play Volpe instead, hitting eighth. Doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. It's whatever.
Or what if there's a really good one-off at shortstop? All right, forget the Red Sox for a second. Let's start over. Let's start with the Yankees. I actually want to play here. Let me just see what this. I know it's going to be Stanton and Judge. That's guaranteed. Stanton at 2,900. Let's go. All right, let's see that. Let's see who else am I supposed to play on the Yankees. I am supposed to play Dylan Mayhew and Torres. So let's put those guys in. Just for now. Oh, how about the Dodgers? Can I play those guys? With DJ DeLeMahieu, I can play in like 100 different positions.
Yeah, FanDuel did it. That's crazy what they did this year, where they really made it easy for you to play any position.
So Torres has to play at second base. We'll save Dylan Mayhew for whatever. There's no really cheap like Dodgers, right?
I mean, I would start my Dodger build. Well, I mean, not maybe get that in.
Like, can I play like 4 Dodgers at 28,950 a person?
No.
Probably not, right?
No. They are cheap enough, but like again, there's pinch hit risk. Like Rojas is 2,200. Rosario, actually, you could. Just would be not the guys you want.
It's really
Rojas, Rosario, Kike Hernandez, and Chris Taylor are all very cheap over there.
You know what? The White Sox are going to work like easily.
The Dodgers are going to be complete. Like this is crazy. The projected ownership on FanDuel for the Dodgers. If I was playing FanDuel, I can assure you, the first thing I would do would be trying to find a way. Could I somehow get Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, and Will Smith into the lineup? Because as low owned as they're going to be, that will be just completely unowned. JD Martinez is only 3,400. Oh my god.
Any good utility for the White Sox? I'm missing 20. There it is. That's it. This is it. We just hit it.
All right, here comes the winner.
Just hit it, everybody. Here it comes. It's not for much money tonight, but
hey,
there it is. Yankees and White Sox. That's it. That is the winner.
I like it.
That is the winner. So a little later tonight, like at 11, we're gonna do. We'll be back to do a live sweat, and also we're gonna do the build of the PGA lineups as well.
Yeah. Yep. That'll be
So
fun.
I want to whine a little bit. I mean, actually,
Well, I'm annoyed too. I wanted to win it.
You're actually going to be you're going to be very upset that I'm not more upset. Actually, what I'm about to tell you.
Why? What happened?
No, so we did a pick 6 today at Saratoga, and we hit 5 of 6, and five of 6 paid 10,000. So yay for us. We had 5 horses in the race that we lost. If either of those won, we would have won 600,000.
Oh my God! I don't even want to hear about. I don't even know how you. I don't even want to know. It's a horrible brutalness.
Pretty fun.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
That is brutal.
That's what happens. I know Steve can use the money, so.
Jesus, that is freaking brutal.
Yeah, that's what it is. So we definitely have to win the single entry for 5K today on DraftKings. Definitely gonna take that one down.
Yeah.
But what else? Anything else to report here?
No, I think we're pretty good.
Yeah, I'm like always the worst with questions. Oh, hold on.
I went through.
So you're here, Rody, right now. So I just wanted to
best ball.
Yeah. So what I got to put more money in because I put 100 in and I got $100 bonus, and then so I played 8 of these things, and so I can't show you guys now how this works. But if you fire one of these things up, this big thing, like these things fill like all night long, every hour of the day. They fill. It's like sit and goes and poker stars, right? They literally just fill all the time. And I am, and Brody, can I tell you, I am donating in this thing. It's $25 each. By the time week 1 happens, I will have maxed this one out. I'm going to play. It was it 150? Is that the max you can play? If you can play 150, I'm going to play 150, and I'm just going to learn how to do this just kind of by doing it. I have like this. I have a rankings list. Well, not here. Hold on, but I have my own rankings list for the best ball, and I kind of use this to go off of. And what you could also do is show your exposures here. So I'm going to do that. I'm just not as adept of getting through here. So hold on. Lobby. No, this one. No. Hold on. Where do I find when I need Rody? Oh, did I log out somehow? I got out of chat. I logged out of chat somehow.
How does that? Oh, you just got to click on the far right. There's a chat box button.
Yeah. Where do I go here? Under completed, right? Yes. No completed drafts. No. Oh yeah, 8 of them. Exposure. There it is. So right now, I mean, it's only 8. So my top owned quarterback split. I don't even know what this means. I don't even know if this is. How to even interpret this, but. Purdy, Rodgers, Allen, Cousins, but whatever. More to the point, I want to go next time we have a chance, Rody. Maybe like this time next week or something. We're gonna do one live, and when you can see that I have like a guy that's like in almost all my lineups. Actually, not all of them. Like 3 of the 8. This John Mechie. It's just because I have him rated higher than people.
Yeah,
that's it. Because I'm doing it pretty much.
You want to be really high variance, obviously.
Yeah, and I guess you're supposed to stack, I suppose, but I haven't been doing that. Like the first eight of these, I decided I was just gonna go with my lineups, with my rankings or whatever, and then I want to do like 8 where we're really paying attention to like construction and stuff like that. So I hopefully maybe Rody and maybe both of you will all just kind of like.
I would love to join, absolutely.
But you could get a I don't know which one I used. I think everybody's got like the bonus whatever code. It's like if you put in 100, they give you 100 for free. So that's what I did. I put in 100, got 100 for free, and then now I'm going to probably put like 2,000 more in. But I started with 100, put like 100 for free in, and I'm going to roll with this and see if this is any. It's definitely fun to do the drafting. I don't really know how fun it is sweating it. I guess you know better than anybody, Rody. I mean, I guess they add them up like during the course of the season and stuff like that. doesn't sound like the greatest sweat in the world, but who knows? Maybe.
Well, they have the playoffs, and then there's advancing, and then it's like that. You know,
I guess like it is. But I guess if you're doing well, it's a pretty cool sweat.
Yeah, that's what Roby's saying. It's not till the last week that you really get to feel it.
But this is this is the only one I deposited on. I suppose they had them on DraftKings too, but apparently Underdog's the best. This was like $3 million for first. I mean, why can't I get lucky, right?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? I actually think that's maybe not a bad idea. Maybe I should do a little research.
Well, everybody's doing it. You know what I mean? So we should probably learn how to do it.
Yes, you're right. I mean, I've done it, but don't get me wrong. I've done it with the RG guys before, but I was like,
I didn't know the rules. I
literally didn't know the rules the first time I did it, and I did one more show where I did know, but I didn't know well enough to I forgot. I went in one year, out the other, and I didn't pay attention to any of it.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you guys. Well, I'll see you in like 45 minutes.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
And then 7:30.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll see everybody else at like 11 when we're sweating when we're anti-sweating Blake Snell.
Yeah. Good luck to everybody. We'll see you guys at 11.